Revelation 1451. From the 3rd of June 1940. Prayer, Need and Power. Prayer Proof of Faith. The dangers of life on earth are indescribably great if man relies on his own strength. For the adversary can use his power without meeting any resistance. And he uses this power to weaken the human will. And since the being is still in the banished state, even if in a relieved form, its will is not sufficiently resistant without the support of divine power and will therefore fall victim to the enemy. And therefore must strength from God be requested without fail, that is, man must make use of the grace of prayer. He cannot possibly be armed against the earthly dangers without prayer, without the asking thought to God. And the man who does not believe to need prayer, will never ever have victory in the fight on earth. Prayer is the acknowledgement of his helplessness. Prayer proves the will of the earthly child to correspond to the divine will. Prayer is the bridge upward, which is thus entered in the good will to escape the power of the adversary and to unite with God. And this will is the reason why God hears the prayer, if it goes up to God in deepest faith, trusting in his help. This state of helplessness makes prayer indispensable. He who thinks he can get along without prayer, feels strong enough on the one hand and suffers too little from his spellbound condition on the other hand, to desire to be freed from it. So he still lacks the realization of his present situation, his origin and his destiny. Life on earth is enough for him. He believes to be able to master this by his own strength. But he also does not recognize a power standing above him as a being, to whom he can entrust himself or approach you for help. And therefore he also cannot pray and call on a being which he doubts. So he lacks faith. And so prayer on the other hand is always a proof of inner faith, while an unbelieving person will never pray. Therefore, man must first believe before he can make use of the graces of prayer, and the man who lacks faith is to be unspeakably pitied, since he lacks all spiritual help, without which, however, he cannot tread the path upwards. Therefore prayer is not to be eliminated in earthly life, if it is to be lived according to purpose and to bring the soul the success of a higher development. For only through prayer, man establishes connection with the good spiritual power, and only now he can do justice to his earthly task. Only now he can do everything what brings his soul to a higher degree of maturity, and this is therefore the only purpose of earthly life. Amen.